3, 2, 1. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. We are here and we're back.
Hello.
We decided that we missed you so much after the 100th episode, big party, that we decided to throw in a few hellos and talk a little bit about what's going on with us.
We're just going to say hello, hello,
hello, fuckers.
the whole freaking time.
And then do just a few episodes that we can air sporadically until Katie gets back from her honeymoon. Just because we got such a great.
I'm gonna do it too.
Oh wow! We got such a great reception at the 100th episode and a lot of new listeners that we kind of feel like we didn't want to lose the momentum. That's how dedicated we are to you. However, we had to set everything up. Well, not everything up ourselves, but there were some glitches, and so the microphones didn't work, and therefore we're holding them like rock stars. And we only have one.
That's what people think when they're looking at us right now.
Exactly. And
rock
we
stars.
have
rock stars.
we have one camera. So, hello.
Yeah, we have one camera because our podium broke in the transport from Mary's house to here. And we are doing the best we can after a couple weeks off.
I'm your aunt, Mary Albrecht.
I'm your niece, Katie Albrecht.
She's not going to be an Albrecht for long.
No.
But you're going to still go by Albrecht, you said, for
here.
the podcast.
Yeah, I'll definitely still be Katie Albrecht.
You're so lucky to not be an Albrecht anymore.
Married out of it, yeah. Yeah.
I'm stuck here.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from changing your name.
I could change it to anything, right?
Really? Yeah. It doesn't require marriage to change your name.
Change it to fucker?
You can. If you want to.
So when I go get
Who knows
iron,
if you want to.
I have to go get iron once a week, because I have an intestinal bleed, and it's better than getting blood transfusions because my body makes my own blood. Anyway, I've been going every week for about 16 years, and I've gotten to know them so well there. And last week they couldn't get into one of my veins, and I've been calling Dunkel a fucker when he acts up and is being obstinate and being kind of like playing games with me. So I said to the nurses, I go, well, that vein's being a fucker. And the nurse said, what'd you say? And I said, it's being a fucker. And she said, didn't say anything. I go, did I offend you? Sorry with that language. She goes, no, this is great. She said, my son cannot say his T's. So I'm always like, Owen, say fire truck. And he goes, fire fuck.
Fire fuck.
Fire fuck.
I like that.
And her husband gets mad at her, but she just, when she's like crabby, because Owen is 5 years old and gives her a real hard time. Like, he's just really feisty and stuff.
Right.
So she thinks, well, if I'm going to be putting up with all this, I'm going to have some fun. So she, and say fire truck, fire fuck. And then she laughs, and her husband's like, stop encouraging him.
But then there's also the other variations or other kinds of trucks, like garbage fuck.
Well, we got into that.
Semi fuck.
Exactly.
Semi fuck is actually very funny.
And pickup fuck.
Pickup fuck. These are all good code words, I feel like.
But then I brought this all back to my peeps, and we were talking about in class one day. That's what we do in yoga. And we started with UPS truck and Amazon truck, and I thought of prime fuck.
Now that is a prime fuck.
Look, Owen, what's out there? Prime fuck.
Oh, gosh. How old is he again?
5.
Okay, that makes sense.
So anyway, yeah, I managed to have fun even when I'm at the hospital getting iron drip through my veins.
Yeah, and making friends along the way.
And then when I left there, I just said goodbye, fuckers, to all the other patients.
It's unhinged.
So, but anyway, we really want to thank you all for your support with the 100th episode. That was really a blast. I had a good time.
It was good. Yeah, it was a lot of work getting to that point.
Scramble. Yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to promote it. We were trying to get sponsors. We were trying to get the guests. We're glad that the guests sent in videos and stuff like that. So there was a lot of steps getting to that point, but it went really well.
It's unfortunate that we approached the 100 right before your wedding, because it's like you were doing all that while trying to.
I feel insane for doing that, honestly.
Yes.
And
even for doing this today. But this is how dedicated you are to the
I know.
audience.
So as of recording today, we're 2 weeks out from my wedding.
And I think this episode will probably be aired before, but then the ones after that will be after. So we thought we'd bring you along for the ride. As you may recall, I'm the Reverend.
It's all about her.
She just happens to be showing up in a wedding dress the same day.
A very expensive gown, yes.
I don't know why, but okay. And
me neither.
It's 2 weeks from today. Actually, what time is it? Will you be married by now at 2 weeks?
The ceremony will be starting right now.
At 5 or 4:15 or what is it?
4:30, yeah.
4:30? Are you telling me 4:30 because it's at 5?
No, sorry. You need to be there at 4.
Okay.
You need to be there the day before.
I know.
Yeah.
Katie, and this is very legitimate, but
we actually have a very strict schedule. So.
She asked me to stay overnight Friday night and not leave the premises. And there's still not a guarantee I'll be on time from the hotel room.
Yes, because
but you can come drag me down. How's that?
Well, I won't have time to. So
somebody can.
You got to be
Sarah. No, I'll come. I'll be there at 3.
Oh, good. Yeah. 3 o'clock. That's when the ceremony is.
She wants me there the night before because she's afraid I'm going to be late, which is a really strong possibility. Also, just because
normally I don't care, but we have a lot of stuff
and also
planned. And
also anything could happen. Like if I was driving down, like what if my car breaks down or I get in an accident or something? It's just better to get there the day before.
And the rehearsal that you're
right,
running.
And I was surprised that I have to go to that.
Yeah, shocking.
Like,
as a reverend, yeah, you actually have responsibilities.
Yeah, I actually have to be part of the formation and go through all that, and it's like, this is getting to be a lot of work for me.
Right? Yeah, for you, this is a big event, right?
Yeah, this is a big event. However, I did get asked to be the reverend in somebody else's wedding in October, so now this is becoming a thing, even to the point where I need to renew the license because if you recall. I did this September 20th or something like that.
Right
and
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm going to have to renew it for another year. So sky's the limit on what kind of reverendship I'll be doing in year 2.
In year 2, yeah. That's a good point.
And but anyway, it's really close. You've been engaged for almost 2 years. You've been planning it for a year. Well, engaged, so a year, but really, when did you really start planning and booking things?
Well, I mean, the planning actually started before we were engaged because we already kind of knew and were talking about, okay, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together kind of thing. So it wasn't a shock when I got engaged. And when I say planning, we were already preparing for our lives together by paying off our debt, which was a big important thing for both of us, and we've now since completed, but that took a very long time and a lot of diligence
and discipline and
so
you're starting your marriage debt free,
starting it completely debt free. Yeah.
Wow, that's
not
really,
even credit card debt or anything like that. So
that's amazing.
So we were already kind of starting or preparing for basically adulting, trying to be an adult life. Yeah. Yeah, so we wanted to be debt-free, and we also talked about if we were to throw a wedding that we wouldn't want to go into debt with it.
Okay.
So we wanted to save up for it. And then in the midst of that, we got engaged and then, had to continue on for the next 2 years still.
And you also decided that you wanted to pay for your own wedding so that you just had your own choices and you could feel proud of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, and I also didn't want to feel... I don't know. I feel weird asking for money, especially thousands and thousands of dollars for it. Mm-hmm. I didn't necessarily want to put that on anyone else, and I thought I would have more creative control if I did it myself. And I don't want to say I did it myself completely because Matt's parents are helping. My mom has been helping too, but we are paying a lot.
Yeah.
For the whole venue, for a lot of the vendors. We have we have some help with the other vendors and stuff, but it's significant, and I don't take it lightly that we worked really hard to get to this point.
And that's the beginning. It's a really neat way to start your marriage because of the teamwork that was required to do that.
Yeah.
Matt would make lunches for you guys on Sundays so you wouldn't go out to lunch or order out, right?
Yeah,
for a while, and
my coworkers would know this. I've been meal prepping. We've been having the same food for lunch every day for Well, I think it's been over a year. It was also to help be healthier.
Like same on Monday, same on Tuesday.
Yeah. Because you meal prep the same thing throughout, and then by the last day of the week, you just want to like chuck it against the wall because you're so sick of it, kind of thing.
Is it the same meal on Monday as Tuesday, or is it the same as the week before, but you vary it?
It's similar to the week before. It was chicken, vegetables, and rice with different sauces and flavors and stuff. But it helped us not like go out to eat to save more money for it. It helped us eat healthier so that and balance so that we weren't like starving or anything like that. There was just a lot of preparation that to go into this that had nothing to do with like the actual wedding, you know.
Well,
or
both
it's like
of
a side
you
piece.
have lost weight too. Both of you are looking pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully feeling pretty good too.
I feel a lot better. I'm hoping to it's in a maintainable way after the wedding, so I'm not just crash dieting afterwards and everything. So
yeah, this is just the lifestyle now.
Hopefully.
I mean, you can have you haven't gone crazy though. You've still had, you know, chicken McNuggets or whatever once in a while.
Hell yeah.
and eat out or go out on a weekend night or something.
I had ice cream last night.
Uh-huh.
You know, so like I'm 2 weeks away or whatever.
What
so
kind?
It was a Twix bar. It wasn't like a good kind, but it was like from a gas station, you know, like those little individually packaged ice
Yeah,
creams
those are
and
really
stuff.
good. I have those with Snickers sometimes.
Oh, the Snickers are good.
yeah. When they're cold like that. And,
Yeah. No, it's very, very tasty. So yeah, I mean, I haven't gone too crazy with it. I want to keep a balanced life, you know.
Yeah, not just be all or nothing where it's like all like just like
Oh,
depriving
give up
yourself
bread.
before.
Yeah, never.
Speaking of bread, we had a little meeting last Sunday because I'm trying to be the Reverend and sort of make a plan.
Yeah.
Trying, and one of Matt's first memories of Katie is her stuffing bread into her mouth.
Yeah. When we worked together.
You know, you were like, I think when you'd come out of the kitchen, like because it was at a steakhouse, and you were servers, and he was a bartender and a server, but you could like grab little bites of stuff when you were back there, like that wasn't obviously the customer's bread.
Right. Yeah.
But so then you just like grab a bite and then come out of the kitchen with, you know, your mouth full of bread.
Well, what I would do is because they had like little loaves of bread. They were probably like this big. So it's about 6 inches for people that are listening and not watching. And we were allowed to eat those, like, as long as we weren't giving it to the customer or whatever, you know. Obviously.
Okay, all right.
We were allowed to eat those. So I would kind of take one throughout the whole shift and then, like, take bites of it and try to, you know, shove as much as I could and chew it before I got to the table.
Yeah, I got to the table where the customers would see you.
Yeah.
But Matt would see you chewing away.
Yeah, he just happened to be at the right place at the right time where he would walk in and, or I'd be walking out and he just happened to be there and he had a dopey smile on his face because I guess I looked pretty goofy. So,
well, yeah. And remember when you told me that you were going to date him 4 times and then be done?
I don't remember this, but I remember you telling me this over and over again. I believe it.
Yeah, you said, I think I'm going to go on 4 dates with him and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
With him. And I don't know why you thought that, you know. Maybe you were protecting yourself, you know.
It was more of like I was really enjoying being single.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And not like dating around single, just like I was actually really enjoying myself.
Okay.
You know, and I'm comfortable being single, so I'm not going to like rush into something with someone just because I want to be in a relationship. Or I was at that point in my life where I didn't really need to push it.
Because you took 3 years off of dating, right? Or
Something
more or less?
A little bit more. Yeah.
And Matt did the same. Couple years though, right?
Yeah.
Did he do that on purpose?
Yeah, it was intentional. He was also trying to figure stuff out himself. Like he just wanted to not bring anyone into stuff that he was trying to work out.
Yeah.
You know, which is also kind of where I was at too.
Yeah, you had that in common. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right. So, and we just ended up still being comfortable with each other.
Oh.
And there was no reason to
stop.
To stop, yeah. And I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
you were both healthy enough by then to not lose yourselves in the relationship.
Right.
To still maintain what you had learned when being single.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, fast forward a few years and we get engaged December of 2020. And now here we are.
And it seems so far away. So far away.
I got time. I've been saying that this whole time. And now there is no more time.
Do you want to share with, some of the pressures and responsibilities that come with planning it yourself, not having a wedding planner?
Yeah. So my, as I've talked about on the podcast before, I don't understand, I'm like the type of person that doesn't understand knickknacks or decorations and stuff. And now suddenly I'm thrown into this event where I'm told I have to care about that, and like centerpieces and, little decor and stuff like that. And I'm like, I just was so out of my element for this whole thing. Like, I remember the first things that people were asking me after we got engaged is like, so what's your color for the wedding? And I'm like, what color for what? Like, where does this go? This color that you're talking about, And I had to like learn all of the rules of wedding planning, and that I have never even thought twice about before.
And did they mean the color of what the brides are wearing, or the color of the decoration?
I think they're all supposed to be the same. I don't know. I still don't know. Like, I think you're supposed to have some sort of theme.
Do you have a theme?
I think so. I don't know if it's perfectly thematic or not, but there's something happening, There's some decorations out there
that probably matched enough or blend.
Yeah. Fortunately, Matt's mom, Jamie, which she's probably watching this. Hey, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
She's really good at that stuff, and she kind of took over. She like helped a lot with this and presented ideas, and I kind of approved it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is great.
Do you know what like flowers you have, like what colors, or what your bouquet is going to look like? Or?
I know the bouquet colors. Yeah, there's a variety of pinks and whites with it.
Are there party favors for us people?
Yes, some of them, the people that spend the night are getting favors.
Great.
Yeah.
Can I get one as the Reverend and one as your aunt, like two separate people?
Absolutely. Why not?
I thought you were going to say absolutely not.
The thing is with party favors is that I was told over and over again that no one uses them, or no one, like, barely any people take them at the end of the night because they're all too drunk to like notice.
You spend all that money and they're all sitting there.
Right. Which we thought about it, but it's just, I don't know if that's going to work out that way.
Yeah.
But
what is my favor?
What is your favor? I don't know. Ask Matt. See what I mean? Like, okay, so this is another thing that I noticed with wedding planning. People would ask questions about it, or they would ask like, how is wedding planning going? And my mind, even though there's like a million things that I still like need to do, I'd be like, oh, it's going great. And they're like, oh, do you have all the planning done? Yeah. But no, I know.
But
there's still like a million things to do, and I kind of like blank out, and I don't know what to say to people when they ask and everything.
I'm all done. I was done a year and a half ago.
Yeah, I should have just said that and just not stressed about it. But it's just weird how it kind of like it exposes things about not only yourself but people around you too, like family members, and not necessarily family members, but like the people closest to you.
Yeah, they want to know. They want to be part of it. That's why I think that hopefully our audience wants to be part of it.
I think so.
This is a joyous event for the Albrecht family because we've had so much death,
and not any weddings. Since
no weddings since
my parents.
Yeah, like in terms of this immediate. Yeah. No babies, no anything. Megan got married in 2012, but she got divorced a year later.
Right. And
now she's engaged and very happy, but
right.
It wasn't like a lasting joy,
Right.
So, but anyway, this is, and we need this too, just because Terry just died, and it's been on the heels of all these years of a lot of crap, and I think that we all need this celebration.
I think so.
Yeah.
And an open bar, right?
Yep, open bar. Yep, that's pretty awesome that you're doing that.
Mm-hmm. We're spoiling people, hopefully.
And the food is
there's There's a couple different things.
Ask Matt.
It is an ass mat thing, but I did get to sample it. That was one of the more fun things of wedding planning is trying all the food and the alcohol with the tasting or whatever.
You go to the venue and taste different things?
My coworker called it a feeding, which was made it sound like it was like a farm feeding or something, like farm animals.
Oh, you went to
How's
the
your
trough?
feeding? Did you have some good hay? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so we got to sample all that, but it's a 4-course meal, and also passed around hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, yeah.
On top of that,
Oh,
at the cocktail hour.
so there are hors d'oeuvres. Those are the same for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if people want them, it's just passed around. If people can take them off if
While
they
you're
want to.
mingling or whatever, and then
Yeah, so that's for the cocktail hour.
okay.
Yeah.
Then how long is the cocktail hour?
That's gonna be like it's an hour.
A cocktail hour is an hour.
A cocktail hour is several hours. Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be called cocktail 40 minutes.
Right. Yeah. So it's an hour.
It's an hour. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll have we had the ceremony before that, cocktail hour, and then reception and all this stuff. So it's good.
Is there a limit on when
fun.
we have to be out of there?
We're saying so we're gonna end the open bar at 11, and then I think there's gonna be like an after party downstairs in a separate bar that if people want to buy more drinks at that point they can.
Oh, okay.
But we're wrapping up in the hall specifically, but then we can go down by the fire pit in this bar and
Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so if people want to do that, they can stay out or they can go to their rooms right upstairs or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good.
it'll be nice.
Okay.
It's just like a lot of stuff that I never thought about before. I've never planned a wedding. Believe it or not.
Me either, actually. So.
And you just don't know it until you learn it, you know?
Yeah. And it's going to be nice not to have to think about it after it's over. Like your life is going to, when you get back from your honeymoon, you're going to be like, what's all this time I have, you know?
I feel like I'm going to have a lot of time and energy for things that
you want to do.
That I really want to do and grow myself, and you know, like there's just things that I had to kind of put off,
like
until after the
writing
wedding.
and that kind, you know, like some of your
Yeah.
hobbies, journaling. I mean, you probably don't have any time for that.
Put more time into No More Secrets, you know, like just it's stuff that I can only stretch myself so far, and once this big looming event is over, then I feel like I can really progress my life, you know.
Yeah, and also money wise, you'll have a little extra money, you know, to
Yeah.
not be saving all the time, you know, and paying
We don't
down
have to
debt.
be saving. Yeah, we don't have to be saving or paying down debt, and then we get to go on a sweet honeymoon, which
Oh,
would be
yeah.
awesome.
Talk about that.
So we're going to Portugal for about 2 weeks. It's like 10 days, and we're spending a couple days in Lisbon, and then going to Madeira Island for a week.
Okay.
So, which is a really pretty place.
Is it big?
You can probably drive from one end to the other in 2 hours.
Oh, that's pretty big, actually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know.
The long end of it. Some of the short ends, I think, are a little bit shorter, but
Okay.
it's drive. I mean, you can get to all parts of the island, but it's not too insane. It's not like Hawaii.
Okay.
Sized or
and you
anything.
have a resort there that you're going to stay in?
We have a villa for it actually has its own pool. It has a movie theater in the basement, or like a movie room.
Oh, okay.
It has like a whole big projector screen, outdoor kitchen.
Neat.
We have there's an indoor like whirlpool in it, and we also have 3 bedrooms, so we can just mix it up every night if we want, you know? Like just try them all out. Why not?
It'd be like the Goldilocks thing. You got to find just right.
Right.
I actually know that story.
Wow, that's impressive.
I can hardly help but point out Dunkel and how sweet he is with his head against the pillow.
Oh, he's so lost.
Lost.
Oh, I mean, he's so cute.
He's going to get groomed this week.
Oh, nice.
But anyway, yeah, we thought we would talk about the wedding, you know, again, to reiterate how wonderful the 100th episode was, and excited for some repeat guests coming on after you get back and have a little break. We'll probably start up sometime mid to later October. Is that correct? Or when do you get back again?
Well, I get back right around the beginning of October, but we'll start recording after
Like
that.
a couple weeks after that, just to give you a break. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, his little paw just went through there. So he's so lost.
I mean, he's so smart.
Anyway, and then, we wanted to talk about that. And then also we thought we would, I'd like to hear about your bachelor party and maybe some of the bridal showers you had, but we're going to do that on another episode because we want to spread this out a little bit so we stay in touch with you, with the audience.
Yep. So stay tuned for next week.
Right.
We'll talk more a little bit about that.
Okay. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Let's wrap this episode
I feel
up.
like we're so natural now.
I know.
I
A couple
really
years
like
in the
holding-
process, so.
I like holding this thing. It is actually.
I don't know if I like it because I keep going like this, and, like, forgetting that I have it. You know.
It's September. I don't know the exact date, but it was September of 2 years ago that we started this.
Oh.
I thought it was mid-September.
Oh, maybe it's my wedding date. Who knows?
We should check on the first episode.
Yeah, we should look into that for sure.
That's interesting, yeah. And I don't know if you remember, but 3 years ago on the same Saturday, but it was September 14th because it was, you subtract 3. We were at the big gala at YFC.
I know, that's crazy.
On the same Saturday night, big event similar to this, and that we're going to be all dressed up and be doing something really big,
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we ended up raising $75,000 for them with the auction because of our story.
We're told we don't talk about this enough. I feel like we should really.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like people have said that, like, oh, you guys should brag about that more. But it's weird to brag. I don't know. Like, I'm not a bragger naturally, but it's cool that we did that.
I mean, we had such a compelling story according to the auctioneer, the guy that's after you tell your story and you tell how youth and family counseling
one that auctions
helped you.
Yeah.
Then he says, look, we got to support this organization. If it helps people like this, it can help more people like this. And what a compelling story. We got a standing ovation. We got 2 standing ovations. We got one at the end and then one after the auction.
Which is, I mean, if you guys have been fortunate enough to have, almost 200 people do a standing ovation for you.
That's pretty cool.
There's no words for it. You don't expect something like that to happen to you.
Do we have that posted somewhere?
Not the full thing.
Maybe that'll be one of our things we'll post is our speech that we gave. I've got it on my phone.
I know we have like a phone recording. I don't think we have like an actual video of it.
Matt took a video though. No, I've
phone phone recording.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
we can still post that, right?
If we can find it.
Yeah, I have it. And I'll give it. That'll be something we'll post in the interim as well.
Yeah,
because it was a really neat event for us, and it was sort of the beginning of this whole process. We hadn't even started the thought of the podcast. Really, we were still doing our book talks that whole year.
Yeah, that was a book kind of talk, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're pretty awesome.
We're kind of a big deal.
We kind of are.
Yeah.
Don't forget about me just because you're a Forsyth.
I mean, I'm still an Albrecht, and no, I'm trying to run away from it.
In blood, she is. She can't help it.
Right.
All right. Well,
so we'll wrap this one up, and we'll see you next week.
See you next time. Thank you.
Bye.